Nothing in the vast tapestry of human history has ever come close to the feeling of riding an electric unicycle. It's not like surfing or skiing or flying. No, it's something wholly new and raw and alive. It's a dance with the edge of gravity itself, a symphony of balance and speed that feels like a glimpse of the future. You're not just riding. It's like you've become one with the wheel. Your thoughts and your movements merging in a silent pact with this miraculous machine. The way it balances those gyroscopic micro movements, thousands of tiny corrections each second. It's like the wheel has a mind of its own. Every lean, every tilt, every subtle shift of your weight, it's read and echoed back to you instantly. It's a dialogue, an intimate conversation between flesh and electricity, where your body learns a new language in real time. This is evolution in motion because no machine has ever responded to us like this. Never before have we had a device that feels like an extension of our nervous system, a vehicle that listens with such precision to our breath, our pulse, our fear. With every gentle forward lean, you're experiencing a new threshold of possibility. With every tight carve around a corner, you're rewriting the limits of balance and speed, crafting a new story of what humans can become. But there's a shadow hanging over it, a thrill tinged with risk. Each ride is a miracle that might vanish in the blink of an eye. One wrong tilt, one unseen crack in the road, and you're back on the ground, reminded that even evolution has its price. And beyond the asphalt, the future of this freedom is threatened too, by laws, by fear, by people who see only the danger and not the miracle. Bans loom like storm clouds, and the fleeting nature of it all makes each ride more precious, more sacred. Maybe that's why it feels so intense, because in that fragile moment, you're not just commuting or playing, you're taking part in an evolutionary leap, a quantum moment of possibility that humanity may never see again. You're feeling what no rider has ever felt before, the synthesis of instinct and algorithm, muscle and motor, ancient intuition and cutting-edge design. So let's honor this chance. Let's ride like it's the last chance we'll ever have. Let's carve lines that no one else has carved. Feel the edge of gravity like it's a lover's whisper, and savor every hum of the motor. Because every time we step onto an electric unicycle, we're dancing on the frontier of what it means to be human, and that's worth every risk, every thrill, every precious second. And in that space where fear and freedom collide, something even more profound awakens. It's not just about the ride, it's about what it awakens within you. The electric unicycle isn't just a toy, it's an invitation to remember what it feels like to truly live. It's a mirror reflecting your inner landscape back to you in every turn, every carve, every brush with the edge. It challenges you to let go of hesitation, to trust your gut, to learn the language of flow and rhythm as if your soul has always known it. Every time you push forward, you're not just balancing a machine, you're balancing your own fear and your own courage. You're evolving with every ride, carving new neural pathways, reshaping your sense of possibility, reforging your relationship with gravity itself. It's alchemy on one wheel, a union of steel and spirit, technology and intention, a reminder that evolution isn't just about biology, it's about consciousness and choice. And yet, even as we're lifted up by this wave of possibility, we're haunted by the knowledge that it might all slip away. In a world that's always searching for safety, for predictability, the EUC is a wild card, untamed, unpredictable, impossible to legislate away without losing something essential. Laws and bans threaten to clip the wings of this new evolution before it even has a chance to fly. That's what makes each ride sacred, because it's not just about going fast, it's about claiming your birthright to dance with the unknown. It's about embracing the frontier of what's possible while the door is still open. It's about seizing the brief, shimmering chance to taste something that future generations may never know. So we lean in, we ride as if the world itself were ending, because in some ways it is. In that single perfect moment when the wheel hums beneath you and your body finds perfect balance, you're not just defying gravity, you're defying the gravity of a world that wants to keep us tethered, grounded, stuck. Let this be our prayer, that we ride with respect, with courage, with the fierce joy of those who know they're touching something sacred, that every ride is a meditation on the thin line between fear and flight, between past and future, and that as long as we have these wheels, these wild, humming gyroscopes of evolution, we'll keep finding new ways to rise, to evolve, and to become something more than we ever imagined.
All right, I love this Pat Ness, man. Only positive things to say about it. The pedals aren't the most grippy, but they're grippy enough for a 16-inch wheel. You can buy foot plates for them too. I'm using the nylon olive foot jumper thingies and the grizzly pads, some leftover pads from Spain, and yeah, it works great. That's all you really need. Absolutely loving this wheel. Gets about 40-50 miles of range. Haven't had any issues with range, because I know I'm going out to rip. I'm going out to get all sweaty. It's freaking gonna get hot here in a few minutes, so I'm gonna be bouncing before it gets too hot, and before I even use up all the battery. You know, I just get out there, get my workout in, get my evolution in. That's what this is all about, is evolving. The more you ride, even if it's slow, it doesn't matter what kind of ride you're doing. The more you ride, the better you are becoming. You're evolving. You are going to the next level of humanity. We've never had anything like this in the history of humankind. Our whole history, we've never had anything that's even as close to as amazing. Well, that's debatable, but like, as far as like the movements and the gyroscope and how everything works, there is nothing like the electric unicycle. I hope we get like a flying device that kind of uses that gyroscopic thing. As humans, man, we live a very sedentary life. A lot of us do a sedentary life, where that means we're sitting down, our spines are devolving, we're becoming like Wall-E type of creatures. Just kind of, this is me on my computer chair, feet up, you know, my spine's bending in all the wrong places. It's not good. But you take this out, you take your electric unicycle out, you do some rebounding, you fix your spine, you get in shape. This is the way to do it.
So, as we ride this frontier together, remember, this isn't just a story about wheels, it's about who we are becoming. When you hit that like button, when you subscribe, when you share this video, you're not just supporting me, you're fueling a new wave of possibility. You're sending a signal to the world that the future isn't static or safe, it's electric, alive, and brimming with potential. E-bikes, they're a nice ride, but they're built for sitting, coasting, and staying in your comfort zone. Scooters, they're convenient, but there's no gyroscope, no soul of motion, just a platform on wheels. One wheels, sure, they're fun, but they're limited by range, speed, and a lack of real suspension. They're not the same. They're not the dance of evolution itself. The EUC is different. It's not a seat, it's a symphony of balance and motion. It's not a scooter, it's an intuitive extension of your being. The wheel beneath your feet becomes a mirror of your mind, moving with you in perfect living rhythm. It's a practice of trust, of daring, of remembering how to move like water and air and electricity all at once. So I invite you, be a part of this evolution, support this channel, share the message, and let's amplify the truth that this technology can't be contained or shut down by bans or fear. Let's show the world that we're not just passengers on this planet. We're active participants in our own evolution, using every ride to lean further into what's possible. This is just the midpoint of our journey. There's so much more to explore, so many more rides to take together. So stay tuned, stay curious, stay moving, because the future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we're riding into every single day. And as we lean further into this new frontier, let's not forget the wisdom of those who've come before. Riding an electric unicycle isn't just a thrill, it's a practice of presence, a lesson in self-mastery, a dance that demands respect. So let's gear up like it matters, because it does. Wear a helmet, pads, and gloves. Let every ride be an act of devotion to the craft, a statement that we value our bodies and the sacred balance we're chasing. And if you're feeling the call, go deeper, dive head first into the rabbit hole of EUC videos. Watch every story, every crash reel, every success story, and every first ride. Comment, share, uplift others, because each voice adds momentum to this wave of possibility, and each story we share plants a seed in someone else's mind, a seed that might blossom into the next great leap forward. Join the Facebook groups, the Discords, the meetups. Contribute your thoughts, your rides, your challenges, and breakthroughs. This isn't just about wheels, it's about a community that transcends age, race, sex, or any of the old divisions. Here, it's about the pure experience of movement and the technology that binds us together in a new language of flow. Because when you really think about it, this is more than a hobby. It's a new chapter in the story of technology and humanity. It's a testament to what we can create when we trust our instincts, push past our fears, and lean forward, literally and metaphorically, into the unknown. So let's keep riding, keep learning, keep sharing. Let's honor the journey and protect the promise of this incredible machine. Because right here, right now, we're not just gliding on pavement, we're riding the edge of evolution itself. In the words of Bruce Lee, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is uniquely your own. This philosophy isn't just for martial arts, it's for riding electric unicycles too. Every EUC has its own character, its own rhythm, and its own place in your journey. Some wheels will feel like an extension of your soul, others will hold you back, so explore them all, test them, feel them, and find the one that resonates with your unique path. In the USA, I recommend checking out eWheels or Alien Rides. These companies have been leading the charge in this movement, pioneering, evolving, and supporting riders across the country. If you're in Europe, oneride.eu is a great place to start, and if you'd like to support me directly, my discount code ZENZONE will help you save some money and help me keep creating content that keeps us all moving forward. But beyond the right wheel, I'm dreaming of a bigger reality, one we can all help manifest. Imagine a future with racetracks designed just for EUCs, where we can push the limits of what's possible in a safe, dedicated space. Picture exoskeletons that don't just protect us, but help us evolve, augmenting our strength and precision so we can ride even faster, even further. This is the future I'm hoping to create, one where our bodies grow stronger, more resilient, more in tune with the dance of gravity and motion, one where every ride is a step towards a new kind of human potential, powered by electric wheels, by community, and by the relentless curiosity that lives inside us all. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why hasn't the electric unicycle gone fully mainstream yet? We see viral videos of jumps and racing, the elegant flow of riders slicing through city streets, the commuters gliding past traffic jams like they're skating on the edge of a dream. It's undeniable. The EUC is a revolution of movement, of personal freedom, of pure possibility, and yet it's still on the fringes. Why? Because the very things that make it beautiful also make it intimidating. This is a machine that demands your presence, your balance, your willingness to risk, your ability to embrace the unknown. It's not a gadget you can mindlessly use, it's a tool that forces you to evolve. And let's be real, there's fear in that. Fear of getting hurt, fear of losing control, fear of what people will say when you roll up to work on one wheel instead of four. Add to that the bans, the transportation crackdowns that say, no, not here. In Spain, they've even banned EUCs from trains, closing doors that were once open. There's resistance, there's regulation, there's the endless push to tame what cannot be tamed. But maybe that's why it's still here, why it hasn't been swallowed up and diluted by the mainstream, because the EUC is a litmus test, a measure of how much we're willing to evolve. It asks us to step outside the safe and the easy, to lean into something that doesn't have a rule book or a seatbelt. It's a frontier, and frontiers have always been the domain of the brave and the curious. So maybe it's not mainstream yet because the world isn't ready for what it represents. But we are. We're the early adopters, the explorers, the ones who feel the future in the hum of the motor and the tilt of the wheel. And we'll keep riding because we know that what's waiting on the other side of fear is worth every single risk. And so here we are at the edge of a new frontier, standing on one wheel and one heartbeat. Those of us who ride, who dare to test the limits of what's possible, we're the early adopters. We're the ones who see the magic and feel the risk and decide to lean forward anyway. We're writing the next chapter of human transportation with every tilt, every carve, every graceful save. From a near fall, the world may not be ready, but we are. We're out there at dawn, gliding through empty streets while the city sleeps, feeling the thrill of that perfect balance. We're the ones who know that it's not just about getting from A to B, it's about what happens to you on the way. The way your mind quiets down, the way your senses sharpen, the way your spirit soars every time you trust the wheel beneath you. This isn't just about speed, it's about transformation. It's about finding out who you are when there's no safety net, when every ride could be your last and every carve is a small act of rebellion. We're not just commuters or daredevils, we're alchemists turning fear into freedom, risk into rhythm, and we're not alone. Every time you comment on a video, every time you share a tip or a story in a Facebook group or a Discord thread, you're helping to shape this culture. You're part of a living evolution that's bigger than any one of us. It's a testament to what we can do when we choose curiosity over caution, motion over stagnation. So let's keep riding, let's keep pushing, let's keep evolving, because even if the world tries to slow us down, even if the rules and the bans and the naysayers keep coming, there's a force that can't be stopped. The human spirit, once it's found something that sets it free. Because when you find something that sets your spirit free, you can't help but share it. That's what binds us together, the shared mission, the unspoken understanding that this isn't just about one wheel. It's about what it unlocks inside of us. Every time we ride, we're adding our voices to a global chorus of riders who know that movement is medicine, that balance is magic, that the future doesn't belong to the ones who sit still. And we're not just riding for ourselves, We're riding for everyone who's ever felt the tug of possibility and wondered, what if? The beauty of the EUC community is that we're building this dream together, one ride, one conversation, one moment of courage at a time. We're sharing tips on gear and technique. We're posting our triumphs and our crashes. We're learning from each other's journeys. It's a culture of generosity and growth, and it's rewriting the story of what's possible, and that's the momentum that can't be stopped. It's not about going viral, it's about going deeper, about showing the world that there's another way to live, one that's powered by trust and curiosity and the willingness to risk something for the sake of feeling fully alive. So let's keep feeding that momentum. Let's keep riding like the pioneers we are, pushing the edge of what these wheels can do and what we can become. Because the more we share, the more we ride, the more we refuse to be silenced. I hope you enjoyed this video. Appreciate all your likes, comments, and shares. Stay safe, stay present, and until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.